Hi everyone, and we have returned with another Big Ed and Rose, and today we're looking at, well, some of Big Ed's intentions and what it could mean for Rose. Just letting you know now, putting up the big disclaimer at the top. I think it's over here though. This is all the property of TLC, the show, right? 90 Day Fiance. I'm just using the CC so that we can explore these themes and real life situations that are edited and very heavily dramatized, by the way, just so that we can learn a little bit more about zodiac elements and different characteristics and traits that we associate with certain traits of those zodiac signs as well. So it is for spiritual and educational purposes. So let's have a look and see what this whole situation is going to be about. And let's see if we're able to have a bit of a reading too while we're at it. So let's go.
In the pool, I don't really like swimming in the ocean. Is that okay?
Yes, of course.
Less sand. I'm all sandy. This is our second day in Palawan, and after I confronted her about her sister, I feel 100% sure that Rose had nothing to do with her sister wanting money from me.
He told me my sister messaged to him. She want money, and he was not 100% sure to me, so I feel hurt. But I can't forgive him because I love him and I want to enjoy our vacation.
Rose and I are in a really good place right now. I'm falling more and more in love with her. But there's something that I'm afraid to tell Rose that I should have told her a long time ago. I don't want more kids, but she does.
Right, and let me just bring that up now. Remember that Big Ed is a Taurus and Rose is a Sagittarius. And looking at it, right, with what's happening between them in this current situation is, you know, the material side of things, is which we have discussed with Ed before. That is, I think, one of his reasons why he's hesitating to have kids again, and he's already raised a daughter, and that's his right. That's his right to choose. But I think that openness and that really extreme bluntness in communication that Rose is used to and what she's expecting, look, if we think about that, this doesn't seem to be heading in the right direction. To be something like that to be left to communicate about later. Let's see.
I didn't tell her sooner because I didn't want to lose her.
I like the view.
You do?
Yes.
You're my best view.
Yeah.
I mean
You're
it.
so sweet.
Hey, so I gotta talk to you about something.
Huh?
I need to talk to you.
What?
So last night, remember, you were talking about you wanted more kids. And I want to be honest with you and tell you that I've raised a daughter. You know, she's 29, and it was a wonderful experience. But having more kids is not something that I want. In fact, before I came to see you in the Philippines, I had scheduled 2 appointments to have an operation. It's called a vasectomy.
What? I do not understand.
There's an operation in here where it's a snip.
I feel really bad for Rose to have to deal with this constantly because she doesn't know as much about these things as most people in the Western world would. Completely understandable, and it's just really unfortunate that she has to learn these things, or at least understand them in a different language, from Big Ed admitting it, you know, making these plans. He just literally, if he's got something in mind, he just gets right into it, makes these plans. The problem is he didn't tell Rose because he knew that she wouldn't like the idea. And for her, she reacts so quickly in that traditional, it's like the Sagittarius has an arrow, right? A bow and arrow. It's just like that when she releases her words. Boom, you're so sweet. Boom, I don't like this. And he's gonna get a handful of that now. So boy has got no armor.
It prevents me from getting you pregnant.
Why you not tell me last night?
I didn't know how.
I want 2 kids because that's my dream. I tell you before, right? I tell you I want 2 kids, but why you not answer me like this? I feel very, very, very sad. And I think I give you a time for thinking about this.
I don't need time. Rose, I'm telling you now, I don't want more kids. I want to be able to give you the best life I can with what I have. I'm not.
He's approaching this again from that same material standpoint where I have a certain amount of money and I want to have that certain lifestyle or level of a lifestyle to provide to my kids and my family, and I just don't think I can do that for 2 more kids, because I think the agreement between them was that she would bring herself and Prince back to the US so that they could be a kind of like a family together, but she wants more kids besides just Prince, and he's happy with just Prince and not having any further kids that are his own. So that's completely understandable, I think, in all of this. But, right, the priorities once again are wrong, because she's so happy to be telling him what she wants to do. Well, not happy, but she's so willing. So this is what I want, and this is my dream, and this is what I was expecting. So now I don't like this. And he knew, and I think now that he's getting to know her a little bit and he's seeing that forwardness in her, that's why he's becoming more secretive. Look, he has his reasons to not want to have more kids, but the problem is that material comfort, right? Especially in a relationship like that, it either has to stay or has to go. And in that sense, what does that mean for her? Because if that's a deal breaker for her, that's it. Sagittariuses, they're very quick to break off. Like when they're not happy, they just go, boom, I don't like this. So really, he knew, or he's starting to understand that this is how she communicates. And guess what? To enjoy having more time with her, he knows very well that this could lead to a breakup. So he hid it. And if this is such a priority for him, then perhaps it's time to ask the question as to whether this relationship is worth anything for him at all. Like, should he be even spending any further time in this, if this is something that they both want in such a different way?
Rich.
I know.
I work very hard for my money.
I know.
I only have enough love. I only have enough money for you and for Prince. Do you still love me?
I don't know how to feel right now. My mind is like trouble, so I want time for thinking about this.
Okay.
He not tell me. He not want more babies before he come here. I need time for thinking of what he said and if I have a future with him.
Coming into this vacation, I thought she wants to marry me, you know. So it was really more about me trying to figure out for myself, was Rose the one that I wanted? But now it's kind of, you know, now it's a 180. Now it's Rose really sorting out for herself whether or not she wants to be with me. I was worried about you. Where were you this morning?
I woke up early morning and I want to think of what you said yesterday. I want to be alone and have space.
May I just say kudos to Rose? Wow, this is, even in such a short time, she has grown so much. Because remember before, when she was very upset about something, when they were asking about the STD test, and she felt really offended by the implications he was making from that because he wasn't treating it with a double standard. So now she actually, it's almost kind of like the reading I had before. She knew when to take the time away now and said, you know, I need to think about this. I need to step back and not have an outburst, and to hold myself back to a certain standard and give myself that space. And so she did, and now she's back. And one thing that you may notice between the both of them, right? Think about this very deeply. They're both what do you call them? Rugged animals, right? They're animals that people ride on or use for heavy domestic labor. You've got these two very land-based animals in their zodiac. So of course they want to take the reins, right? When you have the Taurus, it literally pushes things forward, right? It's at the front, it leads. Of course it's being told what to do or is being directed in some way, but it is at the front. And so are the horses technically, right? So they want to drive this thing forward in the way that they want to. But you can see who has a healthier emotional IQ here, and it's Rose. Because she's knowing to, no, stop, rein it in. I need to go slower or to stop. While Ed is just pushing, this is what I want, here it is, let me pressure you. And that really is that stubbornness coming through in the negative way that it can. But see that speed that Sagittarians have in the horse, so quick to come in, so quick to come out. And she's channeled that energy in a healthy way. You know what? I'm going to go trot out. All right? I'm going to trot away just for a little bit of a second to think about what I'm doing. And that's wonderful. Honestly, it's so mature for her to show. All right? You don't get a lot of that nowadays.
Or think. So I think for now I not feel good.
Okay, not feel good about having kids.
Yeah.
You want kids?
Yeah, I want kid because that's my dream. I feel irritated, I feel disappointed, you know, because I told Ed so many times I want baby. Why you not tell me the truth? You not want a baby? Why?
What do you mean?
Why you not tell me first before you come here? Why? Why? What's wrong?
Because I'm 54 years old. I don't want more kids.
Why you not tell me the truth? Why you not telling me first on chatting? Why you tell me right now? Or yesterday? Why you not tell me before you come here?
I should have been more truthful. I apologize. I should have said, look, I don't want more kids. But I wanted to get to know you. I wanted you to get to know me, to make sure that we are compatible. I wanted you to see who I am.
I know who you are. I think. You first lied to me about height, right? And then you want to give me STD test, right? And about mouthwash. And why you tell me? I know I have a sick and I have an ulcer. So I'm disappointed because you always embraced me. Yeah. And about to my sister, I think you think me like my sister, same. You think I want your money, not you. You give me feel a little bit person. I think you not love me. I'm done.
Ooh, spicy. Man, she unleashed those arrows one by one, man. No matter how much chainmail you were wearing, and you were gone and done. Yeah, she's right. He was so unhealthy. He was so toxic. He definitely did not tell the truth. And guess what? Eventually, she saw through all of it. And she did not hesitate to call him out on it. She knows, right, from all of these things happening, that he was mainly trying to keep the relationship to something that was to his benefit and to fit into this neat little boxes. And really, earth signs at their worst, they're so inflexible. They want things a certain way. Oh, again, I'm speaking from my experience too, being Capricorn, right? They want things their way, the highway. Simple as that, right? There's hardly any flexibility. They want it to happen within their structure, their pacing, everything, right? And that's what he's doing, but to such a negative extreme. But her, she's got a, she has her limits. She has a thing that she wants, but she's happy to be a bit more flexible when she's going to go to America, when she's going to bring her child. She was happy to work around him a little bit, but to a point, and she drew that. She drew that so clear. So that is amazing. That is well done. And definitely, look, it's almost as if she's been having readings herself. She's doing the right thing, putting it to him the way that he deserves to hear it, right? So this is what happens when you have two landlocked animals that are pushing through, but one understands their strength, right? They know how to work around what they're doing and what their skills are, how to use emotionally healthy skills like distancing at the right time, being straightforward, right? Not letting emotions get the best in you, right? While Ed is stagnant, right? He relies purely upon the plans that he had set for them, and that was it. So really, she's asking the right question here. Does he love her, or does he love the idea that she presents, that she represents in the relationship, right? Just to fill a certain sort of category and little spot in his life that's neat. I hope you've all learned something today, understanding where really when limits are pushed, what do these signs act like, and what can they show in their worst ways. So I hope you've learned a lot today, right? We're going to keep analyzing this to the end. And I thank you for being with me so far. I appreciate all the comments, and I know this is definitely a relationship that needs so much work, or at least hardly even, because really just ditch it now. But my point wasn't to dissect this to try to get a happy ending or try to find the best of people. We're looking at the worst and understanding how signs interact and how they can manifest their bad, I would even say their horrible versions, their most horrible versions. So just keep that in mind. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next.